Hello everyone. So multiple times I get the question, how do you keep from being constipated on a ketogenic diet? Now this might be an issue when you first start the ketogenic diet as your diet is changing. Initially your body doesn't have as much various types of food coming through. It's taking a while to get used to your new diet. There's a lot of cheeses and meats in the ketogenic diet, so some people get stopped up. I have a few ways that you can help remedy that situation without breaking out of your ketogenic diet, and I'd like to go over them with you. The number one and best way that I find to loosen up your stools is to eat green leafy vegetables. That's the best source of fiber that you can get. It's got good antioxidants, it's got a lot of good minerals that are going to help out your diet overall. But sometimes you just can't quite get enough of them into your diet in order to break things up. So I've got a few other ways as well. Let me show you what they are. So it's pretty simple if you want to fill up the toilet, if it feels like you're getting bloated and all stopped up. The best way to do it is to add fiber. Now you also need to make sure that you're getting enough magnesium. I don't happen to have a magnesium supplement here, but if you have a shortage of magnesium, if your electrolytes are off balance, then that can cause you to be irregular as well. I use these two ingredients here in my low-carb bread recipe. Now, that's going to give you a lot of fiber that you wouldn't normally get because typically it would be flour that made up the bulk of your bread. Now it's going to be fiber. So I've got oat fiber here, and you can see that oat fiber has 3 grams of carbohydrates. 3 of those are fiber. So it's 100% fiber. You can absolutely supplement with that. You could even just mix it in water and drink it if you just want to get the fiber without the added calories and carbs of the low-carb bread. The same goes with flaxseed meal. I use this in the bread. It's got a total of 4 carbohydrates per serving. 3 of those are dietary fiber. So you can see the bread is adding up. I mean, 1 or 2 slices of bread could get you back on track because they've got a lot of fiber. Psyllium husk powder is another good thing to use. I get psyllium husk powder, and once again, you can mix it into some water and drink it. The problem with psyllium husk powder is that if you don't drink it right away, it starts to get thick, and then you're not really going to be able to drink it. But you can see it's got 7 grams of fiber per serving. That's for 1 tablespoon. So if you mix it in water and drink it down real quick, not only is it going to help you get regular, it's going to fill up your stomach too, which could help if you're having hunger pangs. There's also prebiotics that you can take. This is inulin, and it's got a low glycemic index. It's very good for you. 1 teaspoon has 2.7 grams of carbohydrate. 2.5 of those are dietary fiber. It's a prebiotic to help feed the bacteria that are in your gut and your intestines. And you could take 1 teaspoon of this in water as well, or you could put it in some iced tea. It's slightly sweet. It doesn't really thicken up, so it's easy to take. The flavor is not offensive at all. And I get that on Amazon. I'll put the link down below for it. All this stuff I get on Amazon actually because it's the better price than where I can find it locally. If you are a Prime member, the Prime Pantry has this flaxseed meal for a good price. If not, the best place that I've found to buy it is Target. It wasn't at Walmart when I was there. Target always has it when I get there, and the price is good on it. So the idea is to keep your electrolytes balanced, get your servings of vegetables in each day. Remember, you don't have to count the carbohydrates that come from fiber. The carbohydrates that come from sugar alcohols, if you're doing net carbs, a lot of people subtract all of them. I try to be cognizant of the fact that even though you can subtract all of them, it's still doing something to your insulin production. So I try not to use sugar alcohols any more than absolutely necessary. I have them in my desserts. There's a little bit in my bread, but I really don't eat the bread every day, and I only occasionally eat the desserts. So I get the minimum amount of sugar alcohols that I can. I've tried to cut back on my diet soda, and I don't put any sweetener in my coffee. I have several cups of coffee a day, and I don't put any sweetener or cream in my coffee either, so I don't get unnecessary calories there. And hopefully, actually, the caffeine helps speed up my metabolism a little bit, so I'm getting a negative caloric intake from my coffee. Anyway, that's the way that you can keep yourself regular. If you are dehydrated, that's also going to affect things. So even if your electrolytes are in balance, if you're dehydrated, that's a problem. So make sure you're getting plenty of water. And subscribe below for more keto and intermittent fasting tips. Let me know if you have any questions that you'd like me to address. I don't know all the answers. I do a lot of research about the ketogenic diet, and I listen to podcasts and everything. So if you don't have time to do that, it's good to gather up the information here because I put it all in one place. And I'll talk to you later.